myself, Karaman, Trebizond, and Ramazan. But here's the thing, I declared war on Ramazan, who I'm almost grateful for the fact that they allied my enemy here. Oh jeez, we're both going to be ready at the same time. This battle isn't going to go my way. Let's get a horse on the case, since that might be required. It was not required. Lovely. So, what's going on with the forts here? Why is Isil not helping out here? Well, you can move within a fort's zone of control now. You just can't penetrate through it. It remembers where you entered from, and you can re-exit from that direction. But, yeah, it stops some of the nonsensical movement. I'm sure there'll be some holes to poke in that, but shrug a bug, let me know, and I will put it down in my little bug book that I'm keeping close to hand. Wonderful, but we're sitting on some lazy diplomats here that we really should do something about. I want claims aplenty. Sadly, I can't really claim who I'm attacking here. And Trebizond, what is your destiny? You allied Georgia, so Georgia's involved in all of this. But again, I can't jump on that because the Ottomans are ready to nibble me up for breakfast. Mind you, a claim on Trebizond may help out in the long run, so let's throw it down. I also need to really... Oh yeah, relations have already been capped out. Screwing over your ally is not a good thing to do, but we're desperate in this early situation and I might do it. Safe in the knowledge that if they turn me down, I can freely ally the Timurids, and there's another reason why I'm fairly confident in doing that. Alright, Adana went to me because I took over first, and that's just how it goes in the nature of war. Sorry, not sorry. I'm also not taking... Oof, this is going to hurt though. I don't want to take 10% morale hit. Not for 20 years, but I really don't like getting 25% autonomy. Ouch. Well, what are you going to do? Hi Jake, quick question about EU. How do you put music from CK2 and other Paradox games into it? New files have been introduced making that a lot harder. What I did was I extracted the music from all the games and just stuck them in an external player. It's a lot easier. Speaking of easy, Qoyunlu are going down. Oh, they're going down pretty bad. We also got the cores that we're after. Everything's coming up Thrill House. I want that tribe's influence to go up, but I don't want it to go up too high. It's not showing just yet, but disasters will trigger if estate influence gets too high. And as ever, feel free to post questions about the DLC in the chat, and I will do my best to cover them. I only have one pair of barely functional eyes, but I'll do my best. Could you not wait for a cry for peace and have them separate peace early? They're going to be in it because they really want that, so I doubt they would peace out early. Also, there is no time. So, Karaman, good friend of mine. I'm afraid what's yours is mine. And that'll definitely make the Ottomans come knocking. I need to consider who would be my friend in my time of need. How about you, Poland? You are not friendly with the Ottomans? Actually, that's not impossible. We'll have to see to that in the coming times. So, I want it all, and I want it now. I would like some more money to go with it, though. That's the thing. Let's see. I may as well take it all here. You are the one I declared war on anyway, and I don't want any coalitions really coming and popping me in the kneecaps. Plus, I have to keep in mind my inflation here. I've got my own personal rules to worry about there. And something else worth noting is... boom, war participation. Now, the Mamluks have done the most in this war, 82% actually, and they expect their fair share about this. Even the money gets divvied up according to who pooled their weight. So even if I request 20 ducats, I'm only getting 4 of them. Most of it's going to the Mamluks. They also expect a lot from this war, so by the fact that I'm screwing them completely, they're going to hate me for it. But that's why my good friend Timmies are there. Plus, I mean, come on, Mamluks. Oh, they aren't going to like me for this. Qoyunlu at least have no friends, but I'm going to wait until my claims are done, so that I'm able to very rapidly declare war on them. They're in a moment of weakness, and I need to exploit that. As best I can, at least. Oh, don't go that way. Please go this way. I'm going to keep that fort up as well. So we got our claims. Gotta go fast. Jake, will Mamluks be pissy if you white peace Ramazan? Now there's an interesting concept there. So if we'd cleared all this, they wouldn't be angry because we're not taking anything for ourselves. And they wouldn't really mind too much about the money, because at least they get their fair share of that, and doing so gives them favors. Or rather, gives us favors that we can call on later. But I am truly self-centered. I'm going to take it all. I would not be surprised if Mamluks broke alliance and hated me for this, but there is no time. I got to do what a little fledgling horde has got to do. Yeah, I feel kind of bad for this, because, well, the Mamluks did just do everything for me. But let's see how that impacts on things. So if we look at the diplomatic feedback I have with them, and the peace deal goes through, oh, they view us with distrust. Which is more, yeah, they don't like that. They don't like what I did one bit. But at least, thanks to the fact that I'm their ally, they're not all that interested in it. But they're going to remember that. If you want to increase trust, you got to spend it here. It costs 10 favors to increase it by 5. Might seem quite a bit, but have you ever had times when you want to declare a war on someone and they have like plus 87 to helping their ally because of trust? Yeah, that's one good way to keep a good ally on your side. So, what about all this land we just took? Well, to be honest, it's too settled, so I'm going to click Raise Province, and... oh, I love that. I love that a lot. Let's have it again. I'm not mad, I swear. I want to check out our estates, because I could give land to them for it, but I'll figure out the estates later on. At the moment, 17 development falling to 11, but we are burning down those buildings and turning them into points. And points make prizes. We really need to get these powers up. 1, so we can core everything. Not sure we have quite enough for everything just yet, but a man can try. I would love to get my stability up as well, but there is no time. Would also love my ruler to die so Azun can take the throne, but what you gonna do? So, Mamluks are a little angry with me, no doubt. But, again, they have an interest here. Because they see some strategic utility in land governed by Qoyunlu, and this I probably will give to them. We'll see how I feel, but I think we should. I should also eye up the Qoyunlu a little bit. If we check out their military might, I'm sure we'll be alright, but the Timurids are facing their own level of problems. Qoyunlu, yeah, I think Mami can deal with that for me. Gotta keep an eye on my rebel factions. I don't want to increase autonomy because I've already got enough autonomy problems as it is. Being a horde, only having 3 provinces that I can really call my own to begin with, one of them ruled by the tribal estate. And yeah, that autonomy floor hurts. It hurts a fair chunk. Might as well make it a tribal feud. It is the way to go. And we'll make it for taking Sizra, since nobody's really got that. And downside is that it's within a fort's zone of control, so it's going to be hard to hold. And I don't want to stand inside their land. And all their units are located up there. That is tricky stuff. The trouble with standing around in their provinces is that, well, they could attack us and they would get their horde bonus on us. And Van is Coptic. I really don't want that. Whatever, we'll make it for Sizra anyway. Because we play dangerously. And yeah, we say to Mamluk, sure, you can have land. They're a little exhausted, but as long as they help us out in this one tiny thing, we'll be okay. Tribal is indeed a great casus belli. So, They come to our aid, the dead nations are given no voice, and once more into the breach. Now they're going to go for the Highlands, but I have every faith that Mamluks are going to just head south for winter. Nah, we should be good. Fly, my pretties. I want to keep a close eye on this because my army is still small and weak and I'm hemorrhaging money to a degree. That's not helped by the fact that these provinces are drained from my looting. When you raise a province, you also loot it. And yeah, Uzun Hassan should be able to come out in general now. He's a guaranteed 4550? Wow, the things you learn. See, if he's not, then I'm going to be a little miffed. Well, how about that? Cheers, big ears. Really don't want to throw him into danger, though. But we'll send out a little probe. Because I need to get that ticking war score, and Mamluks need to pull their finger out a bit better than that. Ooh. Truth hurts. Yeah, we're looking good. Jake, this burning province is just short-term fast monarch gain, but to be fair, in a long campaign, doesn't it make sense? Or are there other reasons for it? Well, what is the issue? That is my question to you. I really don't want to waste my amazing general on a siege. Oh, well, thank you, Mamluks. You take care of that for me. You guys make your way, I don't even know. I mean, Erzurum is my core, I would quite like that. But there are all those katas over there. We can keep you guys in close contact. Oh, son of a gun. I mean, those Armenians are just going to come and hurt me anyway. I would be as well just running away from the battle. What a shame I had to go and win it. No, better leave that for someone less important than me to deal with. Bloomin' Armenians. Okay, seems we will have to take care of the Mosul siege. Don't die on me, Air, because that would suck. Now, this is quite nice, because previously in wars you'd be like, oh man, what are they going to give me? Now we can see that the Mamluks are really only interested in Rabat. They should give everything else to me. I'm not that greedy, but pretty greedy. I got a load of very French diplomats on the go here. They're fairly outraged with me. What a madman. But we're looking alright with you. The trust is horrible with me and Mamluks. I kind of feel bad for that, but I had to do what I had to do. I should find people that could potentially hate me over what I'm about to do, like Crimea and even the Golden Horde, and get those relations sweeter. We've got a fort here, which is definitely going to come in handy later, so we'll turn that off. And sadly, it's Ottoman separatists that wish to rise up, so I can't even export those. Karamanese separatists would be quite nice, but they're only going to come up in Karaman. Ottoman separatists I actually just cannot deal with. And it looks like they're going to come up in these provinces, huh? Maras, Isel, Kayseri and Konya. I really, really hate to increase autonomy like this. Oh man, on this province as well, where we already got an autonomy hit. Well, I didn't want to earn anything anyway. At least I should get rid of our Ottomani. Oh, they come up here as well? Well, doesn't that just suck? But really, I can't deal. They would break me like a twiglet. Start the core on Konya, Jake. Nice, we got the points. And a good part of that is due to us having... words fail me here. Raising these provinces gave us hundreds of all kinds of points. Right, unfortunately, the estate's control over my land has fallen. Now they expect to control 28% of non-overseas development. So what are we going to do about that? Since I've only given them control over 3 provinces, I really need to increase that. So this is a very important thing to take note of, because yeah, it's good that I explain this as well. So they expect to control 1/3 of my land, and if they don't, then their loyalty is going to tick down by 1 each month. Now, if you reduce their influence to absolute nothing, then it wouldn't really hurt you that much, outside of maybe some events. But I kind of want them to have good influence, because that cavalry cost, that manpower, I want it a lot. So I may as well give them control over land that is already highly autonomous. So the 75% ones, yeah, that's not going to change for a while. And putting it there puts minimum autonomy at 50. So sure, why not? And that's looking really good. A nice chunk of influence, and giving me some great bonuses as well. I'd give them a bit more, but I think I'll wait for their loyalty to be injured. Meanwhile, good guy Mamluk's helping us out. Jake, does it matter if estate land is contiguous? It does not 1 iota. But it has to be in your home continent. That is for sure. I assume we'll have a fort in the region, and everything will be coming up Millhouse. Even Baghdad is down. Sadly, we've been beaten to the capital thing, but Kara are in pieces, and I'm going to make sure they definitely go to even more pieces. Here's a nice little addition. So sometimes you get sick of seeing whether or not people will end up in a battle with each other. Okay, well, they died before I could even show it off because they had no morale. But if 2 armies are due to make battle, there'll be clashed swords. And there's a similar thing at sea as well, which is rather nice. Showing you that a battle will happen there and when it'll happen. Okay, now Mamluks are doing so much of the work for me. They got 73% war participation. It comes really from sieging and from battles. So if you throw down a lot of troops onto a fort, you'll get good war participation from that. But similarly, if you're actually throwing your troops into battle, you'll get it from there. Oh, nice. They're dealing with the bloomin' Armenians for me. That's good. I think I want to split up Kara from their Armenian friends. Let's get that prestige, and gee, is there even much I can do? Well, I could throw some claims down on Ottomans, since I do want them at some point. I will want Ankara, that much is for sure. Is the slash sword symbol only displayed when armies are in adjacent provinces, Jake? I believe so, because a lot can change over multiple provinces. I think the pathfinding would be too intense if it was done over several of them. But what do I know? Right, Mosul is down. We have control of a fort of our own. It is a bit of a shame that you're on that fort. And it's also a bit of a shame that you're converting that. And raising some troops. Right, what can I do? What can we do to help? We can get rid of our glorious air general there, since that's a little overkill. And just occupy what is left to be occupied. Well, this is rather nice. And I don't need to have that fort paid for, since there are no enemies to worry about. Well, there soon won't be enemies to worry about. Get the... Oh, well, let's make you show your might. Get the hell out of what is very soon to be my land. So we're doing pretty good. Jake, are you playing as fake Blurple? Absolutely not. I find this a very relaxing lilac. That's probably not the right word, but my perception of colours is far from amazing. Or amazingly far from good. Don't really need to pay for these forts either. Speaking of paying for forts, we got a little button here that automatically raises maintenance and forts maintenance for your units and for forts when you go to war or are declared upon. I'm going to uncheck that because I like to live dangerously. Even their navy is getting scuttled. Bad times for you. So what we're going to do is hang around in Basra and loot it because, hey, I want the money. I really want the money. Jake, do vassals get their own war participation counter? Do they expect land? No. They do not expect land. As for war participation, we talked about it. I can't actually remember if that ended up as a thing. Well, when we gain vassals, we'll be able to see. So, as expected, they're retaining control over the one province they see as strategic utility. And let's bring you back and start theory crafting on the peace deal. It's a real shame that there's only one fort in our control. That's going to damage our war score there. But I also want to get looting. I might as well loot the province they're getting. So let's start thinking. It's like I'm definitely going to want my core back, that's for sure. Gives me a border with someone that isn't going to be affected by the warning from the Ottomans. Yeah, it's like I want this land. Sure, why not? But again, the Mamluks are like, come on, man. Dude, screwed me twice here. So we're like, okay, would you like Rabat? And they go, yes, I would love Rabat. And we would gain some favors with them. And yeah, the trouble is we wouldn't be gaining those favors since we're taking all this land for ourselves. Gets a bit more complicated, whereas if the Mamluks had a lot of this land considered as provinces that they want, they would expect an amount that fits in with their war participation. That is 66%. That means that for every 20 war score of provinces I gave myself, they would be expecting 3 times that, so 60. 3 times that? Yeah. No, they would be expecting 40. 40 to them, 20 to me. Maths, yo. Thankfully, they only want one province. They're not going to get pissed off that they're not getting provinces that they don't want anyway. So I'll be thankful for that. Speaking of thankful, I'm probably be going to treading on the Timurids' toes here, since I really want to split Kara in half. But I will hold out and try to see if my friends the Timmies are going to do anything, any peace deal of their own here, because that would really allow us to bend our friends over the peace table here. Goodbye, Kara Navy, you have nowhere to run to. And now you are dead. Jake, there ain't changes to trade routes, only in the random new world, and we can't see any of that yet. Actually, that's a lie. Jiren and Nippon have no incoming trade from the new world, so we don't know the way the trade is flowing there, or it might just be that I can't see it. We will investigate that once we are able to. Speaking of our own abilities, it is high time that we started investing in advisors. Ooh, yeah, I want that inflation gone. These other things are really nice though. Unrest. Unrest, you tempt me so. As long as our horde unity is high, that'll put down unrest. And I'm going to be targeting almost strictly Sunni provinces. So I don't want no Coptic Van. Or these Shia provinces right here. Jake, any new dead country cores? There were very few changes to the map because most of the work on this expansion was towards the random new world. Okay, good. The Mamluks are still working for me. I should keep myself in a good position to jump on these provinces. But it remains to be seen what the Timurids take. The Timurids are the aggressor here and they have plenty of war score. So I suspect they'll make their peace before too long. Lovely. It's also nice being a horde and looting at super speed. Jake, are you only able to get your advisors within your budget now? You got a keen eye there, yes. If you don't have much of an income, you will be limited to +1 advisors. I can't remember off the top of my head what good enough income is for +2 and +3, but it means you won't start the game and see just +3 advisors that you cannot afford. I know you're not really affordable on my budget, but I do want those points. So sure. I mean, I got no real reason to pay my units right now anyway. Happy days. This isn't so happy. Iraqi separatists. Fortunately, if memory serves, yep, Iraq is just this Shiite land. And that's a good enough reason to get my units out of there. Although, I gotta hang around. And get my loot. Looting is the reason that my Horde Unity is staying at 100 right now. Normally it would be ticking down. But let's take this province for example. We will loot 1.2 and that'll give us 0.3 Horde Unity this month. Thank you kindly. There's nothing left to loot here. So that's nice. That'll be enough to offset the Horde Unity loss there. Remember, Horde Unity goes down faster the more total development you have, so play, but play carefully. I really need to keep my relations up, especially with Sunnis in the area. Because they might get a little angry. I love looting so much. Just... I'll take it all, thanks. Jake, is loot efficiency dependent on military maintenance? Nope. If anything, it's good. It'll encourage my people to go out and steal what they need. To be honest though, if I was paid less, it wouldn't make me any less inclined to go out there and steal someone else's, well, anything. Alright, the Iraqi separatists are making their move. I'm actually a little unhappy with Mamluks gunning them down. Another reason I'm so unhappy is because the Ottomans are now, well, they got no natural-born enemies. I really should start looking towards some more Western-orientated allies before they come down on me like a ton of very angry bricks. They got a lot of cores that they're probably going to want. Tell me, what's your mission? Conquer Trebizond. Yeah, go for it, please. Alright, I see peace. Is that peace or just a province that decided to change hands? Oh well, all I see is free province. Alright, here's a good good example of events that are coming up for estates. So loyalty is the value that will fluctuate. You'll get some temporary modifiers, but for the most part you'll get things that will push it up or down, giving or revoking land to your estates. And events and such. So for example, we get chiefs are withholding taxes. Oh, that's pretty unforgivable. One of our closest advisors has come to us with proof that local chiefs are not paying much tax to us as one would expect from their territories. This is a delicate situation, but we need to come to a decision quickly. Nobody rushes me, so either their land, their rules, and this is because I'm granting land to the tribes. So, you know, they're thinking, their land? Sure, we're not going to pay much tax. I'd lose a bit of face to agree with that, prestige goes down, but they would gain loyalty. Or they bend their knee to me. Hurts the loyalty by 10, which isn't so nice, but it does give me money, and, you know, my feelings towards money. The real reason I'm taking that, though, is that plus 10 influence wouldn't make much... not influence, plus 10 loyalty wouldn't make any odds there. I've already got the max. And that's fine by me. Right, I don't care about Van, it's Coptic garbage. You want them to hand over the loot, Jake? Of course I do. Can loyalty go over 100 or is it capped? It is capped at 100. Okay, honestly we have all the war score we need here, but I absolutely want to slice them in half. I wonder if the Timurids are holding out here, because they want more. Would not surprise me, that'd be a very Timurid thing to do, wouldn't it? But if I keep the my friends in this war for too much longer. They're going to seem weak. And that's going to hurt me as well. So I should consider peacing out soon. But it is pretty